This presentation will go over what an applicant can claim for management costs. Management cost projects are written as Category Z projects. Applicants can have a management cost project for each disaster in which they have eligible projects, and they can claim up to 5% of their total eligible project costs in management costs. Management cost projects are paid out based on actual expenses. All costs must be documented, and the project must go through closeout. Only work on approved projects that are part of a declared disaster is eligible. Eligible management cost expenses include time spent gathering documentation, time spent documenting damages during the preliminary damage assessment, attending meetings with the state and FEMA, emails and conference call conversations regarding projects, mileage for driving to sites and meetings, and other administrative expenses that are directly related to projects for a disaster. In order to claim management costs, an applicant must have a payroll policy in place that documents an hourly rate of pay for the employees they are claiming management costs for. Applicants that do not have regular hourly rate employees can establish an hourly rate of pay for administrative duties through meeting minutes or bylaws. This documentation must be in place prior to the declaration date of a disaster. All applicants must provide proof of the time spent working on administrative duties using timesheets or an activity log. This must include the date, hours worked, and any other details about the work performed. Proof of payment may also be required to show that employees were compensated for the time being claimed. Applicants may choose to keep an activity log in lieu of providing timesheets. If an applicant does not already have a system in place for logging their time, the South Dakota Office of Emergency Management can provide applicants with an Excel file to use for tracking eligible expenses. This log should include the disaster that the costs are part of, the name of the individual claiming time, dates they worked, their hourly rate of pay, total time worked, miles driven, and a description of the tasks they performed. Management cost projects are obligated based on the total amount of eligible project costs an applicant has for a disaster. The initial 5% obligation amount can change based on the closeout of an applicant's projects, so it is best to wait until all other projects are closed before closing out the management cost project. Closeout documentation is reviewed by the South Dakota OEM staff and FEMA Region 8 staff. Management cost projects are paid out at 100% federal cost share upon closeout. If you have any questions about what can be claimed for management costs, please reach out to our office.